Welcome back, and today we are looking at 18th of October. We are on a Tuesday, time check 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time or 10:30 p.m. Singapore Asia Time. Welcome back. Good to see all of you here today. We have a two consecutive not years, two consecutive days of the market rallying up, and we are seeing green across the board. All right, so this is really fantastic. And of course, whenever we look at the market screen, what do we actually look for? I want to switch over right now and kind of give you a heads up. This is exactly what the moment that we have been waiting for, a pan up buy purchase right across the board. Dow Jones 1.42% up, S&P 500 1.37% up, Nasdaq 1.38% up. And most importantly, we have a very powerful headline that goes Dow jumps 500 points, Nasdaq climbs 2% as solid earnings power Wall Street rally for a second day. That is awesome. All right, so we are really excited about this two consecutive days of momentum. But the problem is this. Is this a fake rally or is this a sustained rally? Now, the answer boils down to one thing for sure. And I want to really keep bringing this up and everybody just kind of focus on this timeline and we don't get distracted, all right? Because right now, we're in the middle of October. And, whenever I'm looking at middle of October and I got so many data points right here that I'm studying, and I want to bring up the one that's most important to all of us. Oh boy, where is it right now? Hang on a minute. Let me find it. I think it should be right here. Oh yes, I got it. So let me show this. This is the most important date that we should be really tracking closely. And check this out. All right, here we go. We are right now seated on 18th of October right here. And by next month, on the 2nd of November, we're going to have an interest rate hike. This is very telling and very significant because it's exactly 1 week before the election, midterm election on the 8th of November. And right after the 8th of November, after the election declared, the results are out, then 2 days later, we're going to have the inflation data. So down here, there's an inverse relationship. Typically, within the month, we have the inflation data being published first. Sequentially, then and later then, the FOMC will announce the interest rate hikes. This time round, there's an inverse relationship, all right? So this is kind of a very weird being played out in the month of November. So today we are 18. We got this week to go, one more week to go for next week, and that's it. We got 2 weeks left for us to enjoy this really good rally running up in the marketplace. Okay, that's in a nutshell. And again, the homework for every one of you watching here live together with me on the live stream is to make sure that you pick up the most important article of the day and let's see if there's a match. If there's a match, great. We are going through the same track of thinking. We are attempting to connect the dots and then we're going to find a game to fire away really hot. All right, so here we go. And let's welcome those of you who just joined us for today. And let me just give a shout out. Welcome back. And if you are watching us live right now, I welcome you to post a comment on a live stream, whether it's a YouTube, Twitter, LinkedIn, or Facebook. All right. So I fire off the first comment right there, and let's see who's the first to respond. Oh, we have Andy. A big hi to you, and Ronnie. And who else is joining us for today? I can see CK Wilson, Manfred, Calvin Milton, Jeffrey, Edmund. I see John, Paul Green, Peng Kwan, Eltin, and Kinip, Mark Wong from Hong Kong. Mark, I got to pay you a visit soon in Hong Kong. All right, let's go eat yeah, really miss Hong Kong a lot. I used to travel to Hong Kong like once every month before the pandemic, and right now kind of we got kind of freaked out by the lockdowns happening in China. Not too sure when it will pass through the Macau and Hong Kong. So, but I think the time will come. Next year I'll be really, really heavy on my travel, and I think this year right now is a season of rest for me. I caught with COVID-19 on the 1st of October. 1 week I'm wiped out. Then at the start of the second week, I thought I'm fully okay. I went for a long walk. Boom, I'm knocked out again 2 weeks in a row. So my body, I realized that it's not back to the optimum level. This is my third week. And I told myself, okay, this season is a time for me to rest. I cannot push my body too hard. And every day I just kind of organize like one meeting per day. And I had a fantastic meeting with two of my classmates from Harvard Business School today. And tomorrow I'm jumping into another interesting meeting. And every day I'm just packed with, I try to limit to one meeting per day because the spike of COVID-19 is very, very high in Singapore right now. All right. So, yes, why am I talking about all this? Because, it's kind of a nostalgic. Today we are day 96. How many of you know that we are on day 96 of our 100-day stock market inspiration on the YouTube? So my promise is that when we hit 100, day 100, I'm going to re-strategize how we want to do this together in a more productive manner. All right. So there are quite a number of thoughts coming into my mind. I'm waiting for a few signals like, should I go into YouTube Shorts or go into TikTok? Or I shorten the length of the YouTube live stream. Many, many ideas that's running through my mind. And what's really important is, am I making an impact to you each time I go live stream? I don't know. I mean, all of you are like very, very good fans. And I really, really appreciate all of you for, showing up in the live stream. And maybe I hear from the audience, am I, I don't know, am I making an impact every time I go on a live stream? And what's your take? Should I continue with the YouTube live stream or rethink the strategy? Maybe I hear from the audience, all right? What do you think I should do after the 100-day stock market inspiration is completed? Today, Today we are day 96. Then we have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Saturday will be my final run, and we complete a complete watch list of 100 days of consecutive video. Wow, this is mind-boggling. This is like very, very high commitment. All right, so I want you all to know this is a big sacrifice for you and me, not just for me, but also for you, because you have to keep up. So I hear from Mark Wong, please keep live stream on YouTube. Oh yeah, Lei. Wilson, yes, definitely for the live stream. Paul Green, stay with YouTube, please. Jeffrey, definitely a huge impact. Shane, live stream. You guys really prefer live stream, huh? Wow, JLo just like kind of extended my runway by 2x, 200 days already. And my dear friend Dizu, keep on rocking, dog. I want to keep on rocking until, but I kind of got unfinished business with Dizu. I gotta meet you in Dubai. Then I can continue. All right. So, wow. So, I kind of lost track already. Hiram, you like this medium, right? Hiram in New York. Ronnie is continue with what you've been doing. Yeah, but you guys need to know there's a lot of sacrifices I have to put aside. Time, you see, the time of 10:30 to 11:30 is actually my time that I spend talking to my boys. So right now, I kind of because before 10:30, why don't we do it this way? What does it take to do a live stream on YouTube every day, Mondays to Sundays? Let me share with you, all right? We go live stream at 10:30 p.m. Singapore time sharp. Now, typically 1 hour before that, my mind is already tuned up and kind of know what I want to share for the day. So literally my mind starts from 9:30, 1 hour before the live stream, 10:30 we go boom live, and I'll speak about 30 to 40 minutes. Sometimes we stretch to 1 hour. So kind of by the time it settle down, it's 11:30. All right. So 9:30, 11:30, the 2 hours that's prime, right smack in the middle of the opening bell. I'm here just preparing for the YouTube live stream. So by the time we hit 11:30, my kids are all in the bed already. I don't have time to talk to them. And just before 9:30, they are doing their homework. So it's a big struggle for me. Now, I'm thinking hard. Maybe another better way for us to do this is that I pre-record and then let the video goes live at 10:30. So those are some of the ideas I'm toying around. But I really appreciate all of your feedback. Thank you very, very much. Ronnie is asking for alternate days because the race is too packed. Okay, so thank you so much for your feedback, and that is what keeps me going. I'm really, really motivated by all of you. Okay, so today we got 2 consecutive days of run. And let's go into the first important article, not the most important article that we're going to analyze today, but kind of a setup, the backdrop. And this backdrop is really, really important, all right? So kind of want to make sure you guys are on track with me. And here we go, all right? Let me just move my cursor back here. Oops. Holy moly. All right, here we go. Dow jumps 500 points. Nasdaq climbs 2% as solid earnings power Wall Street rally for a second day. So straight away, what is the fiscal meaning when we say the Dow jumps 500 points? So first of all, I want to encourage all of you quickly go and take a look at your Las Vegas Sands. There's a big movement today. All right, we are already hitting like 20% profit, and I'm still pushing it. I want to push to like 50% profit on Las Vegas Sands. I think we can possibly hit also about 100% profit on our options position. All right. So that's a quick heads up. Now we're going to look at our Dow Jones Index. What's the meaning of 500 points? And you all need to recognize that. All right. So step 1, this is a Dow Jones. So from the 500 right now dropped to about 435 points. All right. Which kind of represents 1.44% of the entire index, the basket of stocks in Dow. There are 30 of them, all right? So, of course, we also want to come into this part. The 500 points created a spike in the candle, all right? Can you see this is a spike? So I'm going to zoom in like much more, and you see, whoa, we have a nice spike right there. Empty land, nothing in between, clean, and this candle kind of a spike up, right? So if I kind of click on the 1-year chart and zoom out and make sure you are seeing it clearly, remember back then we drew one very important support line, and that is the 30,000 point line. Boom, here we go. And if you trace the behavior of this candle right now, from 30,000 it kind of touched. Of course, those days below here, there was so much uncertainties caused by the inflation data, caused by anxiety, caused by all kinds of nonsense against the Fed chairman. We went below the 30,000. But right now, once those bad news, they have been absorbed by the market. Absorbed. The keyword is the bad news have been absorbed 100%. Look at this guy right now spiking up. All right. So this is the phenomena we are witnessing for 2 consecutive days already. And very quickly, straight off jump over to S&P 500. And again, you see a little bit of spike right here to retrace back to the 3,750 points, all right? So this is a very, very important mark. But, we really hit the really painful part for the S&P because it has touched 3,500. Holy moly. Look at this 3,500. And then let me explain what it means to hit 3,500, right? So I position everything nicely. And you see for yourself the meaning of 3,500 right across here. Boom. All right? And there was this touch and go right there, that day is the most painful day for the market. That means it's like a complete bloody red sea on that day. And today we kind of touch, boom, bounce back up, all right? So we finish off with the final one, NDX, which is NASDAQ 100, which was previously the QQQ. And again, you see another big spike, little spike right here. Boom, goes up, right? And again, we draw straight away our horizontal line, 11,000. And we gone through it, okay? So in reviewing these three indices, what have we learned? We learned that three horizontal lines that we drawn before it went down, and after it went down, it climbed back up, and today spike up. Right now, that ascertains the fact that the three horizontal lines at the three price levels I shouted out just now, they are the very, very strong support lines. Okay? Because we can only ask, what other bad news can you give me? Give me all the bloody pain. Give me all the pain. I want to see how much more torture you want to put us through this market. Yes? So I think we really taken in a lot of nonsense pain, all right? And, I kind of want to briefly touch on this very important point about this pain that we've gone through, which I sum up in a 4-letter word. I really love 4-letter word, all right? And it stands for COIN. What we've gone through, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, is called the tossing of a coin. Now, this tossing of a coin, you've seen it in football matches. The referee will toss the coin and the captains from both teams will select head or tail, and then that's the first guy to kick off the ball. Tossing of coin is also can be between friends just to bet on a head or tail. But right now, the market has put us through a very severe tossing on the coin. And let me explain to you this concept. First, we have alphabet C. We've gone through a severe tossing of the coin for C because why? C represents the Chinese war. And it is evident right now, China did not promise the world that they will not use force on Taiwan. And the message from President Xi is very clear. It is so clear, so succinct, that they will reunify Taiwan, thereby setting the stage up for potential conflict. This is the clearest message from President Xi Jinping. And if you go to the world of Weibo in China, the nationalistic sentiments among the Chinese people is they want Taiwan to be reunified back to mainland China. So this is the first concept. I call it the Chinese War. From the first concept of the Chinese War, I move on down to the second concept of what I call it the oil war. Americans just got slapped in the face twice. Pia, pia, left, right. Ding, ding. Why? Because despite the front end and the back end channels to appeal to OPEC Plus to cut supply output, they refused to budge. In fact, they decided to increase output. No, they decided to cut output. They decided to cut output, reduce supply in order to push the price of oil up, thereby supporting Russia in his war against Ukraine. That will not be forgotten by the Americans. They will somehow find a way to slap the OPEC Plus really, really hard and kick their ass. That is what I call the oil war. With that, then we come on to the next alphabet called I, the inflation war. Now, this inflation war, the fight against inflation, is to tame it down to 2% as, idolized by Fed Chairman Jerome Powell. and kind of a freak out. 2% inflation is like, holy moly, this is like so far out. What the heck do you want to do to bring inflation down to 2%? When I was at Boston, every restaurant is kind of a fully packed, fully booked, fully reserved. I go to the premium outlets, people are just buying, like both hands are filled with shopping bags. You have to do something so dramatic to stop people from spending. That is what we talk about inflation. So this war right now has turned into a war against the Fed because they have mismanaged the economy. They got blindsided the first round, telling us it's transitory inflation. Right now, they are blindsided for the second round by increasing the interest rates despite the fact that dynamic real-time data shows that inflation has tanked. So we got to send a signal out, send those idiots home. They shouldn't run the office and run the market. The third war the final war that we're going to fight is called a nuclear war. Holy moly, this is getting even more serious. And President Putin says he's not bluffing. He's serious about using nuclear. Because why? He has been slapped in his face double, triple, quadruple times because the 4 territories that he annexed, the very next few days, the Ukrainians took it back. The bridge that he called it untouchable from Russia to Crimea got bombed, boom, torn apart. He will not let it go. He will start something. And that's the reason why I call this 4-letter word, coin, so easy for you to remember. And, you can go out there, spread the story. It just takes one of the 4 coins to go wrong. And my friends, we will have Armageddon. How's that? So you can see we need to get everything right for the market to rally up and take away everything that's wrong about the coin, shove it one side, and bury it till death do us apart. But is it easy? No, it's damn tough, all right? So that's the reason why, I believe we go through this training together so that you are kind of insured and conditioned and acclimatized to the pain. You must tell everybody, I love pain, all right? So I will start off this rally call to all of you, and I type in right here, I love pain, mama. So can you please type in I love pain into the live stream chat right now? Oi! Woo! Some of you even brought in the army slogan, no pain, no gain. All right. Yeah, so it's very painful, this journey. One part of it, seeing some of the positions that we got into turn red and redder, and can't jump out of the pain. But this is part of the training, and it's really, really important. And of course, as I go through the concept of coin, you begin to understand that, wow, there's so many things that's happening at the same time. Throughout the history of man, we have not seen this happen before. Even oh my gosh, even in biblical times, things happen in a sequential manner. I don't understand. Now we have everything happening at the same time. Chinese war, oil war, inflation war, and the nuclear war. Holy moly, what the heck is happening, all right? So many a times, when I reflect upon my own thesis, and I ask myself, perhaps I should just, go to my house in JB, Johor Bahru. I got a beautiful house there, and I just every day go and eat bak kut teh hang out with my neighbors. I got many, many good neighbors out there who take me for all kinds of lunches and dinners and just relax and maybe plant some pineapples, go to the palm oil plantation with my bike and just relax. But I can't because I need to help you nurture the pain. Most of you are not used to this pain, and I gone through a lot of pain, and I say, let us finish the 100-day stock market inspiration. All right, so we set a benchmark. 100 days is going to gone by. By Saturday, we finish a 100-day series, and then I start a totally new series all over again. Maybe the new series, I'm going to call it Pain or Coin or whatever. I've not applied my mind on it yet, but now you begin to understand the context of what we are looking at, all right? So I kind of finish up the general description of the market right now, and I want to go to what I believe is the most important article of the day. We need more and more such stories to pop out in the marketplace, and that's good for the market, all right? Ready? Here we go. Activists, and we are very, very driven by activist play because activist play is so important in kind of pumping the price up. Activist investor Starboard reviews stake in Salesforce, sees significant opportunity. So we're going to use this as the exemplar, as the benchmark to understand in this kind of a tumultuous market conditions, you still have activists coming back and pumping up into individual stocks. That is great news. We need more such news. And that's why I call this the exemplar article, the benchmark of the signs that we should be looking for. Okay? So here we go. Straight off, Salesforce stock price should spike up 5%. And by the way, what are the key signs of the activists coming in? Look at my red box right now. Shares of Salesforce have fallen more than 40% this year. The company in August gave a disappointing forecast for fiscal 2023, partly due to a negative foreign exchange impact. Now, these are the signs when we read this red box. These are the telltale signs of why the activists wanted to invest into this guy in the first place. So you have to reverse read what they are really telling us, all right? So that's very, very important. And from here, this is what they want to tell the retail public. The hedge fund manager said the valuation discount in Salesforce shares right now is largely due to a subpar mix of growth and profitability. Smith added that the software company is not generating meaningful operating leverage relative to peers in recent years, and yet he invested in it, right? Smith has remained a prolific activist investor even during the COVID pandemic, calling for changes in Humana, Calls, Mercury System, and others. The Starboard CEO will be on CNBC at 10:15. It's already over. I watched the interview just now. And right now, once we understand this simple logic, we go and take a look at Salesforce. Ticker symbol CRM, customer relationship management software, all right? In fact, my very first business, I bought the software called ACT, ACT with an exclamation mark, which was finally acquired by Salesforce, that built on the foundation of the ACT software to what Salesforce right now offering in the cloud. So wow, those were the early days, man, when we really ventured into CRM software, right? So let us understand what the heck he's looking at. And in fact, this is exactly what I've been teaching you guys. But whether you guys are absorbing it or not, I'm not too sure. Ready? Step 1. Bottom left, 2020. Step 2, bottom right, current year. And I love to draw the horizontal line to trace back how the pandemic of March 2020 has affected companies to today. And straight away, step one, I hit 150. By the time I finish drawing this first red line, it should be like deja vu. For those of you who watch my YouTube live stream religiously, you say, hey, teacher has been doing that in almost every video series. Yes? Please confirm, yes. Do you recall I've been doing this red line drawing all the time? Yes. This is to tell us, where's the bloody bottom? And the bottom can only be found by thinking about what happened during the pandemic of March 2020, and you move that box to the current present. What has fundamentally changed in the company that caused the stock price to go back to the March 2020 price? 150. It doesn't make sense. So in fact, from this point onwards, I believe companies on Wall Street will have to go out there really aggressively to do three things. Number one, do a very aggressive stock buyback. Buyback or stock buyback. Very, very aggressive because it's so ridiculous, the price right now. And I can tell you, the guy that's going to take the advice of a stock buyback, his name is called Elon Musk. He replied on Twitter, noted, N-O-T-E-D, noted. I think it's coming. Because Tesla's stock chart looks something like that, like how I draw it right now. All right? This is the first sign. The second sign you're going to see in the coming weeks to months is activists. Activists like Starboard coming on air at CNBC and say, hey, the company is the time right now, right for us to go in at a extreme value, and we believe it has a right mix of profit and whatever nonsense that he's talking about just now. There'll be more activists coming in. And what is number three? Holy moly, what is number three? Number three is the insiders. Here we go. And the insiders will unveil to us on 4th of November, on 14th of November. We will know the Q3 transactional data that we publish. And for those of you who did not subscribe to my software, my very powerful spiking wealth management software, too bad you cannot see it. This is only reserved for paying customers. It's a very, very hard work on our end to build a fintech product that tracks real time. On 14 November, the moment it's published, we are 1 millisecond behind. Boom! The data goes out. We know exactly how the insiders deploy their capital for Q3, thereby preparing us for the Santa Claus rally. Do you get it right now? It's so important. We connect the three dots to set the stage up. And once I set the stage up, you see this thing playing out really beautifully. Ding, 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 ding. And what is the thing that will play out beautifully? It will be my blue box right there, mama. We are all staging for blue box. And for much more clarity on the blue box, I'm giving you the clue right now, the explicit clue, the hint. If you want to know what's going to happen and what should we do, simply go to spiking.com/alpha. I will only unveil to those who turn up for this meet and greet session with yours truly, your teacher. All right? And you know, my team has worked very hard because they know that day I'll be delivering a seminary lecture. I'll call it a lecture because why? I think the lecture will be cast in stone to really nail down my work, thinking about coin, thinking about the blue box, thinking about which stocks to attack, and thereby setting the stage really for the Santa Claus rally. So if you go to spiking.com/alpha right now, this is exactly what you're looking at. It's a very beautiful website. My team of angels kind of put them together. And let me give you the clue right now. The tickets are almost all gone already. Very few left. I'm just telling you ahead of time. The event is on 4th of November. And you can see we are all geared up, really, really excited about this event. But more importantly, for our friends who are overseas, especially we got so many friends on YouTube, don't worry about flying into Singapore and all that. No. If you're overseas, you can also take part in the event because we're giving a goodie bag away, all right? And for those who, take part in you say, I want to join the event, we'll send you the recording, all right? So you can still watch the recording. It's only like 1 day delay. You still have time advantage. So this is everything about the Spiking Alpha conference. What to expect? I'll be covering the market outlook. I'll be covering the blue box strategy. I'll be launching the upcoming new book, and all of you who take part in this event, you will be mentioned, acknowledged in my new book, and it will be a once in a lifetime memory because we're going to take lots of important photos. 2.5 years of not meeting my students. Wow, that's really a long time away. All right, so we'll be covering all this great information, and of course, going down right here, this is your conference ticket price. Retailing $399, we only offer it at $50. Limited time offer, very, very limited tickets. And everything that you need to know is really spelled out here clearly. The upcoming book launch on 1st April 2023. And all the merchandise, t-shirt and the cap will be sending out to you regardless of where you stay, all right? So we will send all that to you. And many students requested for the photography and autograph with me. All right, so I'll be there. And I really look forward to seeing you at this event. This is a really classic event. All right? So I've given you 3 very important data points to consider tonight. Number 1, stock buyback. Number 2, the activists more and more will be coming out on air to announce to find those cheap stocks. And you see those cheap stocks is exactly the horizontal red line I've been drawing all this while. And number 3, the insider trading activities that will be, published on 14th of November. We kind of already know they start to move already. We'll announce all this, the game plan, on 4th of November at the Spiking Alpha conference. All right, so that's it for today. I'm really excited. We got 2 days of a good run of the market. Keep up the momentum, keep up the spirit. And before we end off, just say to yourself, I love pain. Thank you, everyone. God bless you. Have a great evening. Goodbye.